Well, it's Monday. Just finished up work and stuff. I'm gonna play around in my... Well, it's Monday. Gonna play around in the shop. I think I'm gonna shuffle some stuff around, and I'm gonna put this car outside before I get carried away with this thing. I'll just leave her sitting tall for now. I really want to focus just on the coupe for now, just to get it together and working the way I want, or at least glued together properly. I do have a 40s frame rail, like I was mentioning, that I think is right, or not right, but usable. I think I can modify it to work to get the look I want, so I'll dig one of those out and see how bad everything sits and fits. So I brought this in. This is, I don't know, like a 46, you know, that era of a frame. You can kind of see it has some of the right shapes to it that I like. The front horns aren't quite right, but this bit is still good. So I'm just going to, for the heck of it, just put it under the car, just see how crazy off it is. See, I don't care much. I just want this swoop. And then right around the back wheel, that's what's going to get bobbed and it'll get pinched in. I don't like anything behind the car. I like to just keep the trunk section of the car there. So, yeah, I'm going to give this a shove underneath there and see how it goes. Well, line up very well. What I think I'm going to do, because, well, this is a whatever frame anyways, whether it's good or not, I think I'll just bob them back here, because that's pretty much what I would do normally. Because I'd want to step it in anyways. So I'll probably hit it just at this spot weld. Yeah, what am I going to do? That'll work. I'll cut it right before this. At the lower part of that rail, I'm going to cut it off there, and then I can lower the body down, and then I'll see how she looks. There is so much ugliness on here, but I got to clean that all up, and I might build new rails just off the front, just to give it the right look. But I think if I cut up the X frame, it's not terrible. It kind of wants to follow the car. So, whatever. I'll bob the back off and we'll see what we're working with. Well, other than the fact the frame is way too wide for it, it's not a terrible fit. Yeah, I know there's some carnage there, but I got to rebuild that well anyway, so. Like you can see, I'm not sure how guys fit them on 32s. I'm kind of imagining they schlank some stuff out of there just to get the body to fit it. I don't know. That's probably the way I'm going to do it. So this here overall has the right shape that I'm looking. It's just this front part doesn't kick off like a 32 rail. So I'm thinking, like this cross member's got to go anyways. So you ditch the cross member, you bring in the rails. Might get too narrow. Well, it might not, because you want it to fit like my Model A grill shell. Let me find that. I know everybody always puts 32s in there, but so it has to come in a bit, not a lot. So I might have to pinch the rails. Maybe that's what guys do. They follow the body and then it does a straight clunk, straight out, 2 solid sticks. Maybe that's what I would do. I don't know. The middle section at least has the right shape that I want. And I think I could trim this X-frame enough to make it work. Because then I can use these pedals and stuff, which would be super cool. I don't know how well that center section would work for what I need, but yeah, I don't know. It's not working too bad. I think it's doable. Yeah, pretty beefy frame with all that in there. Eh? I don't know. Maybe I'll just shove half the body over just to see how well it fits. I mean, whatever. Guy's just got to do what he's got to do. Make it work. That's what I got. I don't got 32 rails, but I do have these. That's a big glamorous mess yet, but we'll get her. We'll get her sorted out. I wonder if that would be close enough. It's a little out of range under the door. And then it would come back. Normally around here is where you would, in this vicinity, you would step it back into the car to do your hump. I don't know, it's kind of close. I got the top tacked in. What I was working on the most there was just giving myself a gap in there. It has this trim piece that I want to keep. So the other fella, he done this 1x1 pipe, which is cool. So I got a lot of meat on there. So I just gave myself an extra gap so I can weld that solid and then I can grind that smooth. And then on the inside he had a seam on there that was bolted down. So I just basically tacked it to there right now. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. It's pretty hard to bead roll an edge on there. Especially when it comes to this angle, it's going to get super weird. But yeah. I was either going to do a piece of pipe or yeah, try to do the old bead roll piece in there. Yeah, it's be interesting. But I do need it to get some more strength into this roof, so. And to finish off this car. Right now it's just, see how the door goes here, the door's on top, there's nothing there. There should be a trim piece on there. So it's not like the Model A. I'm not going to try to make it like that. I'll try to make it different just cause. So I'll do normally there'd be a nailed in piece on there, so I'll try to do that body line to follow that up, see if I can make that. Okay, so our first experiment isn't perfect, but it's doable. This body line looks nothing like the other one in the car, but it is a belt line. What I have to do is get this one to kind of come from there, and then it actually has to get lower. What I should do is put my piece on and trace it from the inside, maybe. Yeah, that's what we got here. Yeah, that works. See, my line's a little different this time. We'll try the bead roll, see what happens. Alright, try round two. I'm not enjoying this right now. Okay, attempt number 3. Let's just experiment and tack and see what happens here. Well, that might be usable. Up here's a little messed up. I'll have to figure that out. I also got to trim this. And top here, I got a zip cut in to flush. This I don't have much choice. I could have to lap that stuff, but I don't know. Doesn't look too bad. It's a little small, but at least it is a body line, I guess. Like I say, I have to fix this up because I want to get this at least to this line. So I might have to hammer form a piece right there. And then up here, I'm just going to fill that. Although I have the other pieces, so it might be kind of cool to have. It'll be really different. Whatever, we'll see. So this seems, yeah, I don't know. I can live with that. We're not too late into there tonight, but I'm not feeling it right now. Not feeling it, because I was like, well, it wasn't too bad. I was 2 tries, and I managed to salvage the second piece, the second round of it there. So for my experiment, so I guess I'll make one for the other side, but I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'm not feeling it right now. And I had to do the other side and then this back piece. I have to make this body line. The idea is to make this line go here and then follow all the way across. I guess I don't need it, but I've started it. Must finish it. Well, this side I must have super fluked out because it worked out nice first try. So, like I say, the bottom I have to overlap, but the top I can do the flush cut. So I'll probably get rid of the excess steel, get that to be a butt weld. Now I gotta just do this line across the back here. So I'll pull out some cardboard and build me a template. I want to just continue this same body line all the way across the back to the other side. Well, it was a good first attempt. It's not... It's too wobbly. You can see the line goes there. It kind of does a weird wobble in there. I got the right idea. Kind of the right size shape here. What I gotta do is maybe just use a piece of wire or something just so I can get a good straight line. So I'll try that, put it to a piece of steel, I'll bead roll it again and see if I'm pretty close. Well, it is not perfect. I'm not happy that I couldn't do it in one piece, but at least it semi looks straight. And then once a guy muds it, it'll be fine. But the bottom, like I say, I'm kind of hooped I can't do anything. The top, I can do the slit and get rid of the excess steel. So that's what I'll do later on tonight. I go for supper. But we got a body line in there. Look at that. So I got rid of that ugliness. Up in the front, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to cut this off and I'm going to make it fat and match up with all of this thing, because the line's not that, it's not as protruded as this thing, and it's kind of weird that it rolls there. So I want to make this, just hammer form this to fit. Yeah, pretty much all I'm doing is just tacking this thing together. I've got some other projects that I want to do, but I kind of want this thing at least together looking like a car. I'm still mixed on this frame, but I might just hack the X frame out of it, cut all this garbage off of it, just so a fella gets a better idea of what they're working with. So yeah, everything's just going to get hacked out, thrown to the side. I'll cut this stuff all up here because when I narrow the frame up, I can still tuck it back into the frame. So that'll be after supper. I'm gonna lift the body off again and then cut these rails loose, get rid of this cross member. This is like a super ugly cross member. Although the front of the rails I think I'm gonna redo anyway, so basically I'm just keeping that little middle chunk. Okay, mucking around a bit, kind of starting to get the shape of the frame right. I think it's got to come out some more, but at least it's something. I'm right now I just grabbed an axle. I kind of just got to make this thing mobile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this axle under here. I'm just going to tack it to the frame for now. I'm going to grab a diff, And I'll tack it to the back as well, just so the sucker's rolling. And I can get her out the door. I have that little bobcat there, so I have to do some work on the pump on it, or make a bracket and stuff for the pump. But yeah, it's about where I'm at here. I think that might be as far as I get for now with this one. I want to finish up my Dodge there, and like I say, got to work on that thing over there. So I need to shuffle some things around, get that thing on the hoist, because I want to work underneath that thing. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to try to make it look like completely like a 5-window coupe. I'm just going to actually leave a lot of the things on here and leave it look more like a special coupe. So the special coupe had this side trim, which I have, so I think I'll just leave it on the car. And you know, it would have had a trim across the top. I don't know if I'll do the vinyl top or not, or if I'll fill it. I'm not sure, but I won't hide the history of it and leave it. I'll leave it as it is. So it would have had a similar body line on it, because it would have probably had something similar to that piece that I showed, and it would have been nailed across the whole back of the car. The only thing I want to change is up here. I want to make this a little nicer. So yeah. Like I say, I got to tack that thing in. I got to tack. I'm going to go find a diff, and I'm going to go tack it to the back, slam some wheels on it, and at least then it's a roller. And I can kind of muck with it later. I had another axle, but I can't find it, so that's why I dragged these things in. I basically stole the axle from Dan over there at DD Speed Shop. He's got a Roadster bits sitting around here, so yeah. So I'm just going to tack this thing to there to hold my frame together. What do you guys think of the frame? Other than the body line, I think it looks pretty good. What I'm going to end up doing around this part here, I'm going to straighten it out. I'm going to straighten it out and do a bigger kick on it. I think the original 32 is kind of similar to this, except probably around this part of the frame, it's straight. It goes straight and comes out of more. So this is going to be some weird hybrid frame if I keep using it. Probably right around that area I'm going to notch it and step it in, so I can kind of pull the frame out, follow the body more. And then up in the front I kind of want it to come out more, and then I'll probably do more of an arch with it so I can get the car lower. And I'm not a big fan of the 32 front rails, so I'll probably still have like a Model A style front horn. So it's going to kind of be a weird frame when it's said and done, but hey, whatever, it is what it is. So, alright. So I guess I gotta basically get this on the ground, and I'm gonna tack that in there and find me a diff yet to do the back here. Cool. Well, that's about where I'm gonna leave this one for now. I gotta do a bunch of other stuff in the shop, so at least now it's sort of a roller. I have my frame just tack welded to some random diff, and same with the front. It looks like a car though. It looks more like a coupe than when it came in, that's for sure. So yeah, on that note, thank you guys for checking it out. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.